Hello, my name is Alina Dmitrieva. The theme of my project is creating a comic based on Kazakh folklore, and the comic itself is titled Bayan Sulu in Wonderland. This is the project I presented during my diploma defense at the art school in June 2024. On the screen, you can see the concept designs of characters from Kazakh mythology, created in my own artistic style. Among them, there is Nak, a woman with iron claws, Peri, a mythical mermaid siren, and Talagai Batir, a hero with extraordinary strength. Each character was developed individually, taking into account their role in mythology and their symbolic meaning. Next, you can see a 3/4 portrait of Bayan Sulu, as well as a full spread of her national costume. When creating the appearance of the main heroine and other characters, I relied on real Kazakh national clothing from different regions, studying traditional jewelry, headpieces, and ornaments. This helped preserve authenticity and emphasize Kazakh cultural features through visual details. All visual materials, illustrations, sketches, portraits, and pages were created by me in Procreate, while the final editing, layout, and preparation of the comic were done in Adobe Photoshop. On screen, you can see fragments of the actual working process, from early sketches to the final rendered pages. Here on the screen, you can see some time-lapse speed paint processes of the certain frames. My comic is based on the story of how Bayan Sulu gets into an alternative folklore universe. To return back home, she needs to find the golden bird Samruk and go through a series of challenges, facing the heroes of Kazakh mythology, whose concepts you have already seen. At the very beginning, the heroine is met by a woman named Nak, who helps her overcome difficulties. In my comic, you can also find some jokes about the story of each of the mythological characters when meeting them, which makes the perception easier and more accessible for the younger generation. A key feature of my project is its interactive format. At the end, the reader can choose Bayan Sulu's action, and these decisions influence how the story develops and concludes. This approach makes the reading experience more engaging, creates a sense of participation, and combines traditional folklore with a modern form of storytelling. At the beginning of the process, I had some difficulties choosing a theme. I was deciding between creating concept art for a game, a 3D book, or a comic. The examination committee liked all of the options, but they considered the comic to be the best choice, since it turned out that there are relatively few projects dedicated to Kazakh folklore, and my work could make a meaningful contribution to strengthening national identity. I really liked this idea. I also faced some minor difficulties with deadlines. However, I handled both the creative concepts and their realization very successfully. This project taught me how to manage my time more effectively. It was also my first experience presenting my work to a large audience in a spacious hall. I learned how to control my emotions in public and remain confident and calm, so psychologically this project was extremely valuable for me as well. My work brings together national cultural heritage, detailed visual development, and contemporary digital tools, making Kazakh folklore more accessible and relatable for a new generation. Thank you for your attention to my project.